So we got the card for Mercury Retrograde is abundance. So it's working on your abundance, attracting what it is that you want. I know in Mercury Retrograde, no one ever thinks of that, but this card is saying that there will be abundance coming in, an abundance of emotional flow. Maybe emotionally you're going to be rebalancing yourself. Maybe you're going to be more into your emotions. Maybe you're going to be thinking of situations because we got a lot of water. We got cleansing here. So during Mercury Retrograde, do some form of water cleansing. Maybe really working on your meditations, working on yourself, working on grounding yourself again, working on rebalancing yourself, being focused on yourself mainly, okay? It looks like here, and attracting what you want, okay? How do you attract what you want is by thinking positively about, by putting out the energy out there. Although things may be around you that may be kind of dark, you're getting light coming in, showing you the way out. Even if situations come up during Mercury Retrograde, know that there will always be a solution, okay? There is always a solution. There is always a way out. You just need to be in your intuition, meditate, take time to, if a situation happens, take time to pull back, rebalance yourself, meditate, and think it out, okay? Because while you're doing that, you're going to get the solution, okay? So if Mercury retrograde brings in situations or problems, guess what? You're going to be balancing up to make the right choice moving forward, okay? And even attracting abundance or attracting the things you want during Mercury retrograde. Not every Mercury retrograde has to be bad, right? We have to think in a more positive way. Mercury retrograde could bring us back to ourselves, could bring us back to our emotions, could bring us back to opening up to emotions that we had closed off. Maybe there was something you were like, no, I'm not going to deal with that. I don't want to be there. I don't want to think of that. I don't even want to think of that person. And suddenly those emotions are coming up now to open up. So why are these emotions opening up? When we hinder our emotions, what happens? We block ourselves from our greatest goodness, okay? So sometimes we need to let go of the emotions, open up to them, feel them out, deal with them the way we need to, so that we can rebalance ourselves and we can open ourselves up for new opportunities and new abundance coming in, okay? So that is the message during Mercury retrograde, is really, hey, if emotions come up and things and situations come up in you, maybe they're coming up because you need to look at them. Maybe they're coming up because you need to, set them free. Sometimes we think, oh, I'm not going to think about this person, or I'm not going to think about this situation. I'm just going to I don't give a rat's ass or whatever, you're thinking about that you don't want to deal with. But guess what? Sometimes we need to open up and actually let it free, set it free, let it go, and feel what comes up and balance ourselves, rebalance. And sometimes we need to be in it in order to let it go, okay? If you do not settle a situation, or if you do not settle your emotions in regards to the situation, and if there's something that needs to be rectified or something that needs to be healed, and you put it aside and you're like, you're not going to deal with it, there will be multiple times that it's going to come up in your life, and multiple times you're going to be making the same mistake with that situation if it ever comes up again with another person. So what I'm getting here is open up your emotions, rebalance, let go of whatever's been harboring within you, okay? Because when we hold on to things or situations, or we put things in the back burner and we don't deal with them, they seem to grow bigger and bigger until they take over our emotions. And that's what I'm getting here with Mercury retrograde. Once you set those things free, once you set a situation free, or once you heal a situation, you're opening yourself up to abundance and new, better opportunities. So that is the message with Mercury retrograde, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Again, I'm going to talk a little bit about astrology, okay? I've seen the difference between Vedic, surreal. They seem to follow the same type of way of doing things. I do not believe in Vedic because I believe more in my sun sign, which is Capricorn. They believe more in the moon sign, right? I don't believe in surreal because I don't believe there's 13 zodiacs. I believe there's only 12, okay? And as I follow through with Western astrology, I believe that everything that happens with Western astrology seems to correlate with things that are happening in my life. And that's how you figure things out, okay? I believe that each and every planet, not just some planets, because we have a whole solar system, each and every planet has their own energy and their own vibe, and each and every planet affects us, okay? Pluto is 600 and something light years away. Pluto moves very slowly through the constellations. If that's what they're looking at, they will be forever seeing Pluto in one place because it's 600 and something light years away, guys, okay? So Western astrology takes that outer planet into consideration, and it uses degrees and numbers and mathematics and historical events and historical placements to see where Pluto is right now, which zodiac sign, and it is in Aquarius. Why is it in Aquarius? Because it's between 300 and 330, and once it reaches those degrees, just like in past historical events, that makes it in the sign Aquarius. Even though so many people are seeing it in the constellation of Capricorn, Pluto will forever, maybe for the next 100 years, be in the sign of Capricorn, but definitely in the constellation of Capricorn. But that doesn't mean nothing, because Pluto is the sluggish, slow moving. So you have to take into consideration the mathematics. And when you look at the mathematics, it shows you that it is in now Aquarius. It is in Aquarius. Okay, so again, outer planets are very hard because they move so slow. But because their movement is so slow, you have to take mathematics into consideration. And unfortunately, Vedic doesn't use Pluto for any significance, and Vedic does not use, and I don't think Surreal use it either. I don't know if it's Surreal or how you say it, but that it doesn't use it either. I'm not sure if it uses Pluto, but I don't think Pluto's like one of the most significant planets for them. But Pluto for us in Western is very significant, because Pluto is death and rebirth. There's dying out and letting go of things that no longer serve you, situations, persons, or things, and maybe changing, making multiple changes in your life in order to come up with the real true person of who you are, okay? Because Pluto shows us our limitations, our boundaries, and what's holding us back. And Pluto cuts away persons and things that no longer serve you. I mean, it'll bring the test there, but you need to pass the test. Are you going to hold on to someone who's not doing what they're best for you? Or are you going to set them free and let them go? Let them be with someone they can do better for, right? So that's what Pluto's all about. And that's what we need to focus on. So that should be the main focus there, okay? So just focusing and knowing that all the planets do something. All the planets affect us in different ways, right? And I feel that if God put a whole solar system, why will I only pay attention to the first three big ones and not to the rest of them? They all play a part in our lives. I told this one guy, I think he had a live, and he was talking about that the planets don't, cause issues, don't come up with planets. I told him, well, let me know how everything goes for you during Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde does cause emotions and issues and lack of communication or misunderstandings with communication, and anything with travel, communication with electronics, it causes havoc with. But hey, you know what? To each their own. Each person likes certain things differently, but I will not change something that I know is working well to come up with something else. If Western astrology and tropical astrology works for me, I'm sticking to that. Does it control everything in our lives? No, because again, we have free will. We make our own decisions, and those decisions affect our lives. And no planet or anything is going to stop you from making your own decisions. So that's my messages, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and thanks for listening. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Bye.